Welcome to this overview of the Lonely Entrepreneur membership. And we're going to spend a good amount of time going through one of the core elements of the membership, which is the online learning environment. But I also wanted to remind you of the three other components of the Lonely Entrepreneur membership. In addition to the learning environment, we've got our community, which allows, every member to interact with not only other members of the community, but with myself and other members of the Lonely Entrepreneur staff. We've got, proactive content distribution. So each week and each day we'll be distributing out a lecture as well as a daily tip, which we believe are some of the most important lessons that you can learn as an entrepreneur. And then finally, we're going to have, regular interactions with me and the Lonely Entrepreneur team. And so that consists of a weekly office hour in which every member of the Lonely Entrepreneur community will have the opportunity to dialogue with me once a week, as well as a monthly webinar in which each month we'll do a deep dive on one of the 12 different areas, of a business in the Lonely Entrepreneur community. And so now I'm going to take you through the Lonely Entrepreneur online learning environment. As you can see, what we've tried to do is to organize the environment around the common issues that we as entrepreneurs all face, right? So that runs the gamut from setting up your business, to managing your business, to generating revenue, creating your differentiated offering, raising money, managing yourself, marketing, your people issues, communicating to your team, leading the company, managing your money, and then finally legal issues. Okay? And within each one of these courses, right, we've created a series of what we call lectures. And for example, if I go into raising money, you'll see that this course is broken down into these lectures. And what we really tried to do with these lectures is a couple of things. First, we really wanted to break them into the common issues that we all face, right? So you'll see, for example, under raising money, we have the types of investments, the types of investors, what is valuation, and so on. And the other thing we tried to do is to work these into very workable chunks. And unlike a traditional course where you might have to go from the beginning to the end, even though this is a course, you can access any one of these individual lessons at any time. And so what we heard from you is that I didn't want to go through a long course to have to learn. If I have a particular issue about valuation, I just want to go into the piece on valuation and learn what I need to learn, and then have the opportunity to take advantage of that knowledge. In addition, if you happen to complete any one of these lectures at any time, you can always go back into the lecture, at any time. Okay? And so every single one of these courses is organized in this manner, and you can go into any one of the courses, as you see fit. And like I said, they're organized into all the business and personal issues that we face as entrepreneurs. Now, within each of these courses and the individual lectures, you'll have a series of tools, right? So if I go into the course called What is the Lonely Entrepreneur, right, and I go into this particular lecture, you'll have a series of tools, which includes a brief description, as well as a video, usually 3 to 5 minutes, which lays out the various elements of this particular lecture, an audio that outlines the key questions that tend to come up in this particular area, a cheat sheet that, like the audio, can be downloaded at any time, which is kind of the major points that we want you to walk away with. And then finally, a short quiz that's optional that you can take to reinforce the message. So if you simply scroll down within any lecture, you'll see the video, you'll see the audio, which you can listen to and download. You'll see the cheat sheet that you can view and then download. And then you'll see the quiz. Okay? In addition to the tools that I just mentioned, we also have discussion forums. So for example, if you're in a particular lecture and you have a comment or you thought that you'd like answers or something you don't understand, you can simply leave a comment here and the Lonely Entrepreneur staff will respond to you and get the information that you need. Keep in mind, this is also in addition to the community in which you can interact at any time with any other member of the Lonely Entrepreneur community, as well as the Lonely Entrepreneur staff. Right? So what we've really tried to do is design the learning in such a way that regardless of the type of learner that you are, you can take advantage of it. You know, some folks will go and dive deep into a whole bunch of different of these courses and lessons. Others will wait for the content that we're going to periodically drip out to you, like the weekly lessons and daily tips. And others will just kind of go through their day, and as the various issues arise, you know, they'll dive into the individual bits and pieces, you know, that they'd like to take advantage of. So for example, if I'm thinking about setting up my business, right, and I have no idea, you know, how to set myself up to receive payments, I just go into this section here, learn what I need to learn, and then hopefully go back to my desk and have a better insight on doing it. Okay? So that gives you a sense of, you know, in addition to the other elements, you know, the community, the content we're going to drip out, you know, as well as the interactions with me and our team, is the online learning environment that helps you become a better entrepreneur by having a resource to help you with the business and personal issues that we all face as entrepreneurs.